Gamer.com, and I just bought a Chromatic at GameStop. My local GameStop had one of these, so I ran over and picked it up because I kind of had my eye on one of these for a while, and I just wanted to do a very quick unboxing because I'm just kind of excited about this, and I wanted to throw some batteries in here and charge it and use it for my future videos. Probably won't be doing any gameplay right here in this live stream. I just really wanted to take it out of the box and kind of discuss this because I think it's an interesting piece. The first thing is just the box seems a little, I mean, this thing was $200, and with tax, it was like about almost $220. And so just the box and this kind of, a doodle high school, like your math book in high school where you did a bunch of doodles in like the side of your binder kind of a thing. To me, I probably would have went with the more like luxury and like high end kind of design, but, what do I know? Because this thing, again, like $200, kind of a little bit more higher of a price point. This is the one that I got right here, which is the retail exclusive Inferno, Volt, Leaf, Wave, Bubblegum, and then Midnight. These other ones I think you can get on their website along with some other rehashed games. It comes with their version of Tetris. This is not like the original Game Boy version of Tetris. And just quickly go over the features here. Compatible with Game Boy Color, Game Boy Color games. Pixel level accuracy, sunlight readable display. It has a crystal display cover, the most scratch proof, and you can USB connect it to your computer to live stream, and a magnesium alloy shell that's designed to last forever, powered by AA batteries. And then right here, this is why I got it, because you can challenge your friends face to face with the link cable. So if you've seen any of my content, you know that I am big on the link cable. So that's kind of it. So front and back, and you get the little thing on the bottom, no big deal. So I just want to open this and see what's inside. Let's see if I can, it's also just this box alone. I guess this is like a slip cover seam. Let's see here if I can just tear this open. Okay, there we go. We will get rid of this. And how does this open? I don't know. Is there a sticker? I don't know how this opens. Like I'm pushing it. Oh, there we go. There's a little side thing. There we go. So this opens up. And more high school notebook doodles. Homework sucks, Chromatic quick start guide. You could scan this QR code, but here it is. Let's see if I can take this out. Of course I cannot. I have to turn this over. There we go. Let's not. Oh, it comes with batteries. Okay, that's cool. Oh, it comes with your Tetris. So you got your little, it's a nice like foam shell piece, holder piece. Comes with the ModRetro specific AA batteries. Look at that. They even put their own logo on the battery. That's kind of cool. And then their copy of Tetris, ModRetro Tetris. And I don't know, this feels a little different than a regular Game Boy cartridge. I guess it doesn't really matter. Still has that crazy screw in the back, made in Mexico. And let's take this thing out nice and easy. Yeah, this thing is protected pretty well. Okay, so there we go. Let's get this out of the way for just a second. All right, here we go. The ModRetro. So right off the bat, it feels it's a little bit heavier. I don't know, but I kind of like it. Right away, this little curve here, you definitely, I think that, I don't know how I feel about that right now. This might be okay in the long run. It's definitely something you feel when you grip this thing. Hard to explain, I guess, over first initial reaction. So here's your power switch. I think this is the IR port. So I think it does have IR, which is weird because if it had IR, like why wouldn't you say that in the back? Like the original Game Boy Color had IR, but that's not mentioned here. Like that's a selling point, even though like really a handful of games kind of used it. But start and select buttons feel kind of cheap and hollow right up from initial. D-pad seems fine. A and B seems responsive. Definitely not. I guess I'm so used to Game Boy, but start and select, these might be, I don't know, they feel a little hollow to me. There's your link port that I'm excited about. Want to use that in future videos, like I said. And then I'm guessing this is your volume. And I don't know what this button does. There's your USB-C. Oh, speaker's on the bottom instead of on the front like the original Game Boy. And then there's your headphone jack. Let's open this. See if I can open it. There we go. Yeah, 3 ModRetro in the back there. So 3 double A's. I guess they gave us batteries, so let's try this out, huh? Doesn't say how like long these batteries should last. 3 double A's. Again, if you're familiar with the Game Boy Color, only uses a couple double A's, so that's a little bit different. So let's see if I can do this here. I just want to see. Oh, okay, here it is. Just want to see. So there's your positive. I don't know if the camera can pick up on that positive. And then up here is the negative. There you go. So let's see if we can line this up. Yeah, I just wanted to see if that was listed somewhere. And it is. All right, let's do this. And get this in there. Oh, look at that. It's got like, that's nice. It's got these rubber grips on the back. That feels really good. Okay, all right. Wasn't expecting that. And let's put this back in. How does this work? There we go. Figured it out. All right. The moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Whoa, that is loud. Okay, so that's your volume rocker. A little LED at the bottom. So yeah, that thing is, that's really loud. This thing can go really loud. So I'm going to turn this down just for the stream. I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know what this button is. If you know what this is, let me know in the comments. I guess I'll look it up, but I'm not sure what that button is. And so you do have a little loop here too if you wanted to put a wrist strap on. All right, let's just real quick, single player, multiplayer. We will play single player. And I will be a new player. And I guess you get to pick a little symbol. I will be the skull. Why not? Because that's cool. Marathon, sprint. Let's just try a quick marathon. Starting level. Let's just, what do we got? Whoa, a lot of options here. Mode modern. Oh, versus retro. I'll just play modern. Got a couple music tracks, I guess. Screen shake, ghost piece. Okay, so you got modern settings. I have not played this version of Tetris. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, from initial... The D-pad feels pretty good, actually. It's kind of clicky. I don't know how to explain it, I guess. But it's, I don't know, it's like tactile. Like, you definitely feel it. Feels good. It looks good. The A and B buttons also, like that. I got to hit select to hold the piece. But the select and start buttons, oh, shit, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, I guess my only complaint is the select and start buttons, but that's not a big deal, I guess. They just feel a little hollow to me or something. Like they're not the same springiness as the A and B buttons, but I mean, I guess how often are you really hitting the start and select buttons? Maybe I'm alone on that. If you have one of these things, let me know if you've been using this thing for a while. This is the very first time I've been picking this up and playing it, so I could be wrong. Maybe I'll grow to like it or won't mind it. But if you have one of these, let me know in the comments your opinion. But so far, I mean, the screen, though, is pretty awesome. I really want to play some of my other games, not just Tetris, but Tetris here, you know, looks good. Not that Tetris is a a graphical powerhouse of a game or anything like that, but curious to see how other game, I mean, the screens, I'm just going to die because I want to block out. But yeah, I mean, my initial impression is I like it. I mean, there's a little bit of weight to it, but I actually like it. It is bottom heavy because this lip, this angle here, it's not as flat. Like if you look in the Game Boy Color, there still was a little bit of a curve, but it's not as big as this. The only other thing that I'll say is that I don't know. Maybe I'm alone on this, but I just don't know. Like I think they had to make something visually different on the Chromatic versus a Game Boy Color. And I don't know, I just feel like this little like swoosh thing, and they had them on the back here. I just feel like, I don't know, they're kind of like out of place or something. Like they all have this, black and this pink bubble gum and like this rainbow one leaf and so on. I don't know, I kind of just would have preferred if it was just kind of, maybe it's just a solid color. But again, I'm kind of nitpicking here. So also Chromatic, I don't know, it's got this like logo. It's not too distracting, first edition. I don't know, I guess I would have maybe preferred it like without this little like, but again, I'm splitting hairs here. It's kind of like, who cares? You're going to be looking at the screen the majority of the time. So the link cable port is also right in the middle, right above the, if you see that, right above the battery. I should have brought my Game Boy Color for comparison. I didn't think about that. But kind of interesting position here. The other one was kind of higher. So I feel like if you're going to be, maybe I should have got my link cable and my Game Boy Color. But I feel like if you're holding it here, like this is kind of where your finger is, right? And so you're going to kind of have the link cable in the way, I feel like. So I don't know, I would have maybe preferred to have this a little higher, but I guess maybe they couldn't because this is probably where the cartridge stops and the battery part compartment also stops. So it's probably right in the middle. So I get probably why they put it there. But for me, with all my link cable coverage, I don't know, that's got me actually a little bit worried. I'm going to definitely follow up on that and test it out. So again, and I don't know what this button is. Maybe, oh, whoa, I did something. Hold on. Oh, this is how your screen, oh, there we go. All right, hold on a second. I did not, oh, look at that. So there's even a brighter, whoa. Oh, you hit B to go down. Look at that. So here's the lowest setting. Even low is kind of like not even bad. So a half setting, that's kind of nice. Oh, silent mode? I don't know. Hold on. What's silent mode? Oh, it just turns the music off. Oh, and it gets a little battery indicator, even though these are brand new batteries. And let's see, we got frame blending off, on. I don't see an initial difference. You probably can't see any of that on the screen here either. Use color correct too. That's interesting. So that's cool. Menu, there we go. A button, start button. Like how it spells everything out there if you couldn't figure it out. And then, oh, you got a firmware. This device is running a firmware 0.11.2 and FPGA version 16. So I might have to update this. I don't know. Player, oh, and you can adjust your player number. So I guess if you're a different player, you can just set it and have your system settings automatically be applied. I guess that's kind of cool. So that's cool. I guess the biggest thing here really is probably the brightness. And then if you really want to mess with your frame, I can't even say that, frame blend option, that's, I want to go back to the brightness real quick, but let me go back to the game. This is, so here, this is full, wow, this is full brightness. Let me just start up a game real quick. Yeah, I mean, even on the full brightness is awesome. And it was on half brightness before, and that was still really good. So yeah, this screen, I mean, I think people talk about like, oh, the Analog Pocket. I have an Analog Pocket. I love that thing. Use it all the time. But this is if you really just want to kind of play Game Boy games a little bit more streamlined, a little bit easier. But the screen on this thing also really good. Let me see if I can pause this and now I'm curious to see. All right, let's turn this on and let's turn color correct on to see if that does anything. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, I mean, I can't tell from the setting. Maybe it looks the same to me. I could be wrong. I don't know if you see that on screen, but on your end. But either way, It looks good, and I'm glad the option is there. Could be one of those things, too, that with the firmware update, it could get better in time. So, all right, so there we go. But yeah, the Chromatic, pretty cool. I'm glad I kind of bought that. I mean, initial impressions, pretty good. I guess my only first complaint, although minor, is just kind of the start and select buttons, but again, who cares? So anyway, check me out at mygamer.com, squallsnake.com, and on Twitter at ZachGaz, ZACKGAZ. And until next time, thank you for watching and game on.